the Ulster County Regional Chamber of Commerce, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Jess Delicious. Today we'll be dining at the Hudson House Distillery in West Park. Hi, Ulster Chamber Eateries. I'm so excited to finally be here at the Hudson House. I know that I've done posts and you're all curious, or you've been here or you can't wait to get here. Well, we are here and we are starting out outside on the deck. Check out that view. But first, I want you to meet our good friend, Dave Gagnon. He's the June sponsor for Ulster Chamber Eateries United with Gagnon CPA. Dave, what is new?
Well, Jess, we survived our tax season again this year, but the best news is we finally was able to find somebody, recently graduated SUNY New Paltz with their accounting degree, and has decided to join our firm starting next Monday. So we're all excited to have some new, fresh employees to help us get through next year's tax season, and we have 6 months to train them up. So that's kind of new and exciting for us.
That's great news. So you're growing. Think about a sponsor for Jess Delicious and visiting Hudson House with the distillery down in the basement, which we're going to see later. We're getting a private tour. My friend Dave is a huge bourbon lover, so it just seemed so right to ask you to come visit here because you're like a bourbon expert, right?
Well, not an expert, but I've tasted more than 2 or 3 bourbons. Probably into the 200 or 300 of different bourbons I've sampled. I've been to almost every distillery in the Hudson Valley, so it's always good to come back to a friendly place here at Hudson House.
There's a very special event happening right here, right now. We did not know about this when we scheduled the Jess Delicious. Something I didn't tell you about Mr. Dave Gagnon, in addition to being a wonderful accountant, he is also a retired colonel. He is a veteran, and he does so much for the veterans. So how fitting is it that our local veterans are here having a
vet together.
A vet together. And this is our good friend Mark Casapulli. Yep. He's with the Ulster County Veterans. He's the Director of Veteran Services. And tell us what a vet together is.
So a vet together is something we came up with just to bring our younger generation of veterans to an event, a networking event, just trying to get them excited about meeting each other, talking, connecting, and sharing stories. For us, it's about how do we get those younger veterans out and about and connected with what we do as veteran services. So I figured what's better way than offering a free tour and tasting at the beautiful Hudson House Distillery. And thanks to them, they gave us a nice half-off discount. And thanks to our other sponsors, our VFW local in Kingston and Hope for Heroes.
Okay. So we'll start with vodka. You know, vodka is our newest spirit. We're really proud of it. We named it Altair. Altair is our brightest star in our sky, and we wanted our vodka to be all about the journey. So it's all about navigation and what's your journey to get to your spirit. Our rye is basically falls under the guidelines of the Empire State Rye, which was a spirit that was developed by the New York State Distillers Guild to be 100% New York State, you know, giving back into what our state is all about. So our rye is actually 80% rye, even though the New York State Distillers Guild said 70% rye. So 100% of our rye comes from New York State. Our mash bill is 80% rye, 20% malted barley. We take our rye and then we age it in the same barrel that we put our bourbon in for that extra sugary sweetness to help balance out all that forward spice that rye has. Age it 4 to 5 years, and that's our rye.
This is good too.
Yeah, taste the spice.
Yes.
It's nice. Mellow.
Mellow, right. Our bourbon is actually a 4-grain bourbon. It starts off with 60% corn. We do 10% white pike, which is a type of spelt, and then 20% rye and 10% malted barley. And so that gives us that 4-grain bourbon. We age it in the same number 4 char barrel that we chose for our rye, simply because that's the traditional. You want that like over sweetness, heavy char, which is great for the Northeast. Aged at 2 to 3 years.
A little butter.
There you go.
I got the butter taste.
There you go.
You taste it now, don't you?
Now you taste it, yeah. It's psychosomatic.
Not the first, no, not the first, the first taste, no, but the second one.
Right, right. So you're
As you inhale it.
Right, so
it
similar
starts
with a wine or
Yeah,
even a
yeah.
decent beer, you know, there's like 3 parts to the taste. You've got
yeah.
that front forwardness, you've got the actual, you know, swirling it around in your mouth and understanding what it is, and then you've got what it leaves you with. And I think that's the important thing. And it's amazing that you can have a palate that just keeps going and saying, oh yeah, I got that. Oh yeah, I get that.
I'm really excited to try the Ulster Park tart. It's passion fruit, blood orange, simple syrup with a candied brim. It's a mocktail for me, and it is so pretty. It's time to get down to business. I mean eating business, and we've got some great things to sample. We are starting out with some ahi tuna. It's over some soba noodles. It's really pretty, smells really good, right, Dave? So we're gonna eat
Absolutely.
the first bite. I want you to try to get a little bit of tuna on this. I got to teach you the perfect bite. So I want you to taste everything in one bite. Do it. Little citrus, little spice.
I was gonna say a little salt, little spice, and the noodles have a little bit of bite, a little kick, which is good.
Really fresh tasting. I love this kind of. It's like a summer salad. Ahi tuna is one of my favorites. The tuna is cooked exactly how it should be, just lightly seared.
Absolutely.
Very fresh. All right, this is the avocado toast, and this is not just your basic boring avocado toast. Look at that thick bread. Avocado, not bacon, that's pork belly, next level. So good. Everything but the bagel seasoning on top. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
Cheers. Creamy avocado, that salty, chewy pork belly, a little bit of that brininess. The bread is nice and soft. What do you think about that everything with the bagel seasoning?
That adds a little bit of crunch to the top that just completes the whole toast.
Yeah.
This could be a breakfast sampler before you go sampling
Yeah,
the booze.
right? A little something fun to soak up that bourbon, Dave. Pretzel bites. It looks like that everything but the bagel is on this, and I'm not gonna lie, I have had these. They're so good. Go ahead, grab one, Dave.
Oh, I gotta wait my turn to dip.
Dip it in that
No,
honey
double dip it.
mustard. Oh, they're still really hot. The actual crock is hot.
Honey mustard and bourbon together. What a wonderful taste. Can you taste that bourbon in there with the honey mustard? It's amazing.
I'm gonna have to take another bite.
It's good, isn't it?
I like bourbon with honey mustard and pretzels.
You know what that tastes like? Another.
We saved the summer salad for last because this summer, Hudson House Distillery is the place to be. We got the perfect bite. I didn't even have the bread yet.
I already did. Fresh, sweet. It is light and summery.
At Dave's request, we snuck in one more menu item. It's the steak frites. But look at this roasted tomato, thin sliced garlic. Good call.
This is a keeper. The tomato aioli sauce is much better than ketchup. It adds to the steak and it adds to the tater.
It's superb. We're inside in the library in this stunning room. This couch is super cozy, and we're here with Chef Greg. We stole him out of the kitchen. Tell us all about what's happening in the kitchen. That magic.
Well, here at Hudson House, we really wanted to keep our food with that southern kind of bourbon flair to it. So we started off doing these southern plates, whether it's pimento cheese or pork and peanuts, and we just had a great first run with our first fall menu. We've kind of advanced a little, grown up a little bit more, and now we're actually doing
full dinners. When we first opened, we were doing small plates. The demand was just so high that we had to go full-fledged dinner.
So, hello, my name is Charles Ferry, and this is the Hudson Distillery. I mean, we're very, very fortunate. We're thankful, but I'll tell you this, it took 6 years of hell, we call it, to find our heaven. It was not an easy task, but this is the first of its kind in the entire country, first waterfront craft distillery with a future hotel in the entire country. So this place is amazing. We're very, very excited to share it with everyone, which is amazing. So here we are here. Obviously, we make booze. We are a distillery, and Black Creek Whiskey is our first whiskey line out. What I want to do is talk briefly about our spirits in general, because these are obviously really important and they're really special to us, and we're very proud to have all of you enjoy them. So with the whiskey line, just from a packaging perspective, you can see the Black Creek Preserve is very close to us here. When Paul and I first purchased the property, we took a tour on this preserve together just to digest, like, wow, we just bought this place. What the hell is it gonna be? 6 years ago. And we were on the bridge, and it was just this majestic feel. And we said, oh my God, wait, Black Creek whiskey? Wait, is this even around? And we immediately got on our phones and we're looking like someone must have this brand taken. Nobody did. And so what we did was we actually had an artist hand draw this illustration of that moment on that bridge, that iconic bridge on the Black Creek Preserve. And that was the moment where Black Creek whiskey was born. So it's all hand drawn. This is called Founder's First Selection. This is the first iteration that we'll have, and this is it. There's only 5 batches of this portfolio. That is it. People have been collecting them because every one is unique. We are designing every single batch. They smell and taste differently, so it's actually amazing to see people come here from really around the world already and collecting these bottles. They're comparing them to other batches, so we're really, really proud of that. This is, as it says, it'll say finale on the back. They're all hand labeled and written. The finale means that is it, it is over. These 2 bottles, once this finale, the 5th batch sells out, you actually have to wait for the new label design to come out. The new label design is coming out this summer. It's called Founders Next, and we're doing the same thing over again, limited batches over the next year, and we're very, very excited to share it with everyone. We're actually doing a launch event about that, so stay tuned for that. So that is our whiskey lines here. Our Empire Rye has the green foil on it, whereas the bourbon has the copper foil on it. This is a little bit different though. We made the label a little bit different. There's a little sign here on the label. It's a little Empire Rye symbol, meaning, and actually we're very proud to say that it's a true Empire Rye product. Really, really cool. So we put little Easter eggs in the picture for you to kind of take a look at and to have in your back bar, and you can share it with your friends. Again, this is also batch 5. This is the finale. Again, these both are going to be gone for good. So if you want it, now's the time to get a bottle and store it and actually drink a few for yourselves. Now, Altair Vodka is the last addition to the family. And to be honest, I'll be dead honest with you, we didn't want to do this right away because we have our hands full. We are just inundated. We're selling out of these products constantly. We're having a hard time just keeping up. The people coming here, exploring, enjoying this property has been amazing. It's a godsend for us, but it's overwhelming at times. We have staff shortages. We have a lot of things of obviously trying to get this business really where it should be. We had to pull this forward and actually come out with Altair Vodka much faster than we thought, because we have to soften the sales pressure we're having on our whiskeys. This vodka, though, is like no other vodka you've ever had. Trust me, I had a vodka company before. I know vodkas. This is unbelievable, and unbelievable for a reason. It's a 12 times micro distilled vodka. Most distilled vodkas follow the same path. They're all the same. This is very, very unique. By doing 12 times micro distilled, you're doing smaller distillation runs more times. What that does is purifies the spirit, but it keeps a flavor in that spirit, in that vodka. Then, the game changer for us, remember, we are on holy ground here. We have an old artesian well that's tapped into a Catskill aquifer. You cannot, I mean, that's just shocking to me. We have naturally soft water below here. Again, this is a very special place. Naturally soft water, they call it a sweet water, has fine minerals and elements in that water. We are directly infusing this beautiful water into all of our spirits. And it's been a game changer because you cannot, what it's done is it's enhanced the smells and the tastes. It's cut down the burns in all of our products. But with this vodka alone, what it's done is it's made it taste like a gin. Actually has a floral scent to it, and when you taste it, it actually has a wonderful taste, almost like a gin, and no burn. I'm telling you, no burn. It's unbelievable, but we're very thankful for the water below us here. It is a very special thing. It's actually created these very special and unique products. On that front, I just want to talk about one last key piece that is really important to us, and that is the packaging. A lot of businesses talk about the juice inside, and that is very, very important, but I will tell you this, the packaging is almost as important because it will tell you who truly you are as a business. Our glass is made in a 100-year-old glass factory in USA in Pennsylvania. Made in USA to the highest standards of glass around the world. Even the labels are made in upstate New York. So we thought about every single thing about doing the right thing and doing it the right way, supporting this country as we should. And the last part is this, the tops of these whiskey line is made of real mahogany and real cork. Sadly, most are switching to synthetics. They are very, very cheap, but they don't biodegrade. They're ending up in our water systems. It's very, very sad these biodegrade, but they cost close to 1,000% more than those plastic tops. So obviously, to us, it means a lot. Hopefully it means a lot to you, and thank you.
Great booze, great food, and great views. Everything here at Hudson House Distillery is just delicious.